Alright, welcome back. I'm posting more than I expected. Today I'm just going to post, I read the book on combat by retired Lieutenant Colonel David Grossman, and I just took some notes on it, and I have 25 points on it. Just wanted to review through it from the books, basically the highlights I got for training and for having a combat mindset. Number 1, use restroom before ops, high stress situation. You will lose bladder/bowel control. Number 2, get enough sleep. A lack of sleep is a factor in PTSD. Number 3, stay hydrated. Number 4, eat when you can. Number 5, exercise. High intensity training increases heart rate and simulates combat stress. Number 6, the KISS principle when training. Have as few options as possible during stress situations. Avoid paralysis by analysis. Number 7, give the enemy many options to confuse them. Interrupt the OODA loop. Paralysis by analysis. And if you don't know what the OODA loop is, it's observe, orient, decide, and act. Number 8, stress inoculation. Scenario training involving pain, for example, simunitions. Number 9, you can't reason with an angry or fearful person. They have shifted to the midbrain. There's not really any bringing him back. I mean, if you can sit down and have them do mathematics, that'll help shift them back to the front part of their brain, but good luck with that. Number 10, practice enough to put the fine, complex motor skills into the midbrain. Make it autopilot or muscle memory. An amateur will practice something until he gets it right. A professional will practice something until he can't get it wrong. Number 11, practice on realistic threat targets, 3-dimensional, use scenarios. Number 12, use stimulus response training. Number 13, unconscious incompetence. For example, a bad driver who doesn't even know it. Then there's conscious incompetence. You're bad at shooting and you know it. There's conscious competence. You are good at skiing or shooting or whatever, but you have to focus and really think about it. And then there is unconscious competence. It's, you're great at what you do. It's muscle memory or reflex. You do not have to think about the skill. It's a reaction. This is the goal of all training. Number 14, video game training. He talked a little bit about how in third world countries, militia members would use video game training to hone their skills. Video game training has certain conditioned responses, being able to pause the game, targets automatically fall, then the player moves on to the next target. If you learn and know how to exploit these, if the threat has been trained using the video games, you're going to be ahead of the power curve, so to speak. Number 15, utilize force-on-force scenario training, such as painful simunitions or airsoft guns. Number 16, never kill a warrior in training. You don't want to train someone how to die. Number 17, never allow a bad training scenario to be the end of training. Retrain the scenario successfully. Number 18, do not discuss trainees' weaknesses in public. Number 19, praise in public, punish in private. 20, learn and train from your mistakes. 21, use lifelike targets that react. This is classical conditioning. 22, use repetition in training to program responses. This becomes muscle memory. 23, deal with traumatic events by learning to separate the emotion from the memory. 24, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, also known as EMDR. Re-experience the emotion or the memory, then track the stimulus with your eyes as the stimulus moves around. And 25, debrief after action review or hot wash all training and operations. Post a comment below, whatever you want to do, but we will catch you next time.